So here we go. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Please introduce yourself for those who may know you or don't know you. Still know you, but want to get to know who you
My
are.
name, right. My name is Violet. Known dance name Firestarter. I have a nonprofit called Keep Rising to the Top, KR3Ts. Been based in Spanish Harlem. Started my company at 1989,
Hmm.
and it's been 30 years with them. But I've been dancing since I was 9 in the 80s, and of all styles.
Okay, cool, cool. Um, I guess the subject today was something that I had someone who hits me up all the time, kind of likes the interviews that I'm doing. He wanted to know about something, the WEBO dance, the Dale WEBO, and he had a few questions for you. His name is Stèphane, and the first question he had for you is, what type of music was the? Well, first of all, can you explain a little bit what the Webo dance is for those who don't know what it is?
A style, not only the dance style, but even the way we dressed as well, with added to lofting, hustle, and disco. But it was footwork, arts involved in the Weber style, but we knew it was called Weber. I mean, I used to go to clubs in the Bronx and in Manhattan, and used to do it amongst other people that knew what the Weber dance was.
Okay, okay. What type of music was the Webo dance to?
So Weber dance music was more freestyle music, as music with, if you're familiar with Mark Anthony, he's very well, and La India, they sing salsa now, but they were Latinos singing freestyle music like TKA, Lisa Lisa.
Yeah, I remember then.
Um,
I definitely remember that
okay,
time.
so I used to perform with them and choreograph with them, choral
Oh,
and more
oh. I was in love with
TKA.
Lisa Lisa. And he used to choreograph
Really,
us. Yeah, man. I used to go to this place called the Key Largo in New Jersey
really,
and really like I used to love to hear Lisa Lisa when she came on and I actually love freestyle. So yeah. And Lisa Lisa was
we
my
used to
favorite. So
perform at Fox's. I don't know if you're familiar in Jersey, Fox's. We used to perform out
I
there
think
with
I heard seen I
choral
think I
and
heard Fox.
more.
Yeah, yeah, I think I heard of Foxes, yeah. Where was Foxes located at
Yeah,
again in Jersey? Where was it? It was North Jersey,
I don't
South
know. They
Jersey?
used to pick us up in a, I don't remember. They picked us up in a limo downtown
Yeah, and with that.
and
Well, I'm quite sure
go
she
in.
performed all over the place, yeah, in Jersey.
So I've worked with Lisette Melendez, Cynthia, Suave, Voice, many freestyle artists, and I'm still doing now.
Okay.
I'm still with Lisette Melendez, K7 whenever he needs me. I'm working with a new artist named Henry Vargas, who's coming out with a song now, and everything that I involved back then when it was forgotten. When I started my company, I relived it again in showing our new generations
Right.
house, lofting, many of my girls and guys with lofting that are now famous, my dancers who are with Chris Brown, Beyonce, and all, and the hustle. And that now everybody's doing it. But back
Right.
then, I was the only one doing it. And I
Right.
always collaborated every style of dance in a song. I always did mixes from day one because I wanted to communicate with my audience and make sure that if there was someone from Africa there, from Puerto Rico, from Santo Domingo, I did every little piece of culture to let my audience enjoy the performance and can relate to it. So I mix house, all the styles.
Yeah.
And those are the music that we dance, the WEBO dance to, freestyle music.
Okay. All right. And any song names or artists? I know you named a few of them with Lisa and, for the freestyle artists, but any particular songs that you have that you could say like there was a that really
Well,
connects with the
so
Weibo dance that you would automatically break it out and really get busy with it?
I'm not detailed with the names, whatever. When I hear it, I dance it. But I know like Two Without Hats too. I worked with, and we used to do the WEBO with Two Without Hats.
Yeah. Oh, two without
Um,
hats. Oh yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
All
Esta
right.
Loca, Dale Huevo. We used to do with that. Esta Loca, Dale
Dale
Huevo.
huevo. Okay, and see,
So,
that's what I didn't know that was a dance. I'm chatting, singing along with it, and I'm hearing huevo, and now that I'm sitting back and I'm starting to hear more and more huevo, and I'm like, oh, it's like I said, it's something I missed. I probably was hearing it, or it was coming past me, and I just didn't know exactly what it was because when you're in the culture, just so much going on. It's hard to be like, okay, pinpoint everything that's going on, but it was so much going on. So that's cool.
right. And I know a few people like we still go to old school jams. DJ Test Move, who's from that time as well, who's one of my DJs. He throws old school jams in Spanish Harlem and sometimes the Bronx, and he throws all the songs, all the styles. But who comes? People from the '80s
Yeah,
and dance everything: the house, the lofting, rocking,
yeah.
hustle, roller skates. Like we just did it on Sunday, and
Oh
all of
wow.
them were there.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
a
So all the dancers were
54-year
out.
old. Yeah, they're out there, but these are
Yeah.
not dancers that are teachers or traveling professionally,
Yeah. They're just having
or
fun. Yeah. Just having
this
fun
is
with
what
it.
they had. It was part of their culture. So this is something they still can defend on the dance floor when they get on the dance floor. They be killing it.
Cool. Okay. So the other one was Weibo dance connected to loft dancer generation? And if so, do you feel some influence Weibo dance moves into house dance steps or feeling?
Feeling, yes. House and Webble dance wasn't really connected to me. Lofting was connected more with Webble dance. Lofting, they used to also use scarves, props. Everyone
Right.
was dressed with the black trench, combat boots, black nails, black
Yeah.
eyeliners. Guys used to wear the eyeliners. It was just like a gothic look and style.
Hmm.
And we used to do floor moves and stuff and
Yeah.
top. So we used to do it collab with Lofting when the songs used to come out, you know,
Right.
when it
Right.
made sense. But to me,
Yeah.
it was more Lofting and Rebel Dance was together more than House and Rebel because now all you see dancers are dancing house, just doing house. You
Right,
could
they'll
tell
be
the
like up
difference.
rocking more so. Few tricks, and most of the tricks look more like b-boy tricks nowadays too. So it's hard to be like so it's not so fluid and smooth as lofting was and is.
Divings, it was floor moves,
Yeah,
dives, and all that.
yeah, yeah. What can be said about the Latino dance's influence in house dancing? And like you said, you have a little bit more. Yeah. Well, that's the questions for that level.
What was it? What was it? What's
What
the Latino
what
influence?
the third one was from what can be said about the Latino dance's influence in house? And I guess you answered that question in a way. The Webble dancing didn't have much to do with the house dancing aspect of it, but and we know the Latino community helped out with every level of the dance coming out of New York, as far as if it's lofting, if it's house dance, if it's Webble dance, definitely.
The
Yeah,
hustle,
the hustle,
rocking,
rocking,
rocking.
which is going to be like probably the next thing I'm looking for is rocking. Anyone who's
There's a
familiar with that
lot
too
of
as well.
people. Frank Rojas is an OG, still rocking and still teaching.
Yeah.
He's
I
in
seen
his
him. I seen him on
50s.
Facebook now, but I'm like, I don't know what the heck. This is like for me, it's brand new for me too. I don't know what the heck rocking is, and I got to figure out what the heck rocking is now. WEBO, it hit me. It took me a while because I'm like, huh? And I'm saying it all wrong at first, and then it just hit me. Hold up, I was just in Coney Island like a year ago, like a year and a half ago, and then in the background I hear somebody saying
I was
WEBO.
there.
And then it hit me back. I'm looking at the footage, and then I see, yo, what the heck? I was in Coney Island at a
You
dance
was there
dance thing, and then I hear
you
somebody
was
saying
there
WEBO.
when you was there when Voodoo Ray was there in Coney Island.
Well, I haven't been one. I only went to one time when not the Coney Island. When I went to the Coney Island one, it was like about a year and a half ago. Voodoo Ray had already passed away, but I
Oh,
have been
okay.
to a Voodoo Ray. I have went to the Tony Touch Voodoo Ray thing that they have, that they had for the
The memorial.
No, I didn't go to the memorial. I went to the when he was alive and had the club going. I just can't
Oh,
remember the name of the club that they did. The Tony Touch had on the weekends,
Tony
weekdays.
Stocas. Yeah.
Uh, the name skips my
Funk
brain
Box.
right now.
Funk Box.
Yeah, Funk
Funk
Box,
Box.
Funk Box. Yeah, when I seen Voodoo Ray during the Funk Box before he passed away, man, which is tragedy how he passed away and in the
Yeah.
circumstances, which is just crazy. Um,
Yeah,
but
I was
yeah,
in his
man.
house while he was there passed.
Yeah.
It's sad. But
Yeah, and when I last
through
seen him, man, he looked like he didn't age a bit. That was the crazy thing, man. When I seen him, I was like,
exactly.
hold up. The last time I see this dude was like so long ago in the shelter, and he was looking young then, and he barely went out that much. He just did promotion a lot more then. And then I seen him in the shelter, and then I seen him years later at the Funk Box. I'm like, this dude didn't age not one bit, and I was like, it's amazing. So.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely rest in peace to Voodoo Ray.
for
Okay, and I
real.
guess so. Now we go to some of the questions I had for you, and those questions were for Stèphane. He's in Japan, by the way, so he's the one that really got those questions together. So big shout out to him. Thank you very much. I think I
Uh,
had a few questions for you too, and that we had on the subject. Da, 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 just the what is the actual movement of the mechanics of the WEBO? And I think that's a curiosity to most people because we could say WEBO, but I don't get the mechanics of it and how it applies to anything. So
um, it was just a flow of movement that connected to me in my experience with lofting.
right.
you know so it was to me the family with lofting, the brother of lofting. And we, when I used to go to clubs, we used to battle. So whatever you did, I repeated, or I did, they repeated, and they'll come out with something else. It would be floor moves, leg movement, pick up legs.
Mm-hmm.
um it wasn't no attack, it was swag, it was cuteness, it was
Yeah.
style. It wasn't about a battle when you dance Weber. It was being cute. It was being fly.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I got a little bit more information here. I forgot I had got something from Shannon S. This is very long. I'm gonna try to skim through it and see if I get the good parts out of it. Uh, Yeah, freestyle dance, exactly what you said. Electric boogie, New York boogie, the Smurf, the Patty Duke, a lot of relation to a lot of those dances, etc. Uh,
The Cabbage Patch.
yeah, breaking and some hip hop dances, and later New Yorker, a bit New Jersey dancing house. The Dolly Weber was very popular. Okay, the New York City infancy, R&B, rapping, singing, beatbox. So he gave a big long list of that, and it was also the Dolly Weber became a
Wait, wait, wait,
fashion.
wait, 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 wait. He said, wait, before you go. He said that the Weber dance was used in R&B.
Let's see. The Dolly Weber was very popular in New York City during the infancy of the early hip hop and R&B rapping, singing, and beatboxing
Mm,
crews. Nope. False
not at
information.
all.
Redact that. He needs to come. Uh, I guess with better information.
Not at
Uh,
all. It
were
was
there
all
rap
freestyle
expressions? We're talking
music.
about what's going down at jam parties, referencing. Okay, jam parties referencing the Dolly Webbo by saying up, dip, and dive. The statement: you dip, dip, dive, socialize. You clean out your ears, and then you open your eyes. Any relation to that? It doesn't sound familiar, right? That's why we're here talking to
No.
clear everything up.
Yeah, because the Huevo dance would be done. You saw the Huevo dance a lot in Spanish Harlem, in the Bronx, and in the clubs that were downtown, like Roseland, Heartthrobs. But I know they didn't do Huevo dance in Brooklyn and Queens. Like people always came to New York to party because that's where
Yeah,
the big clubs were at. So
yeah,
unless you're doing house parties or block parties, we used to do the jams, the park jams, all out here. Which Fable was around. All the OGs used to be around. That I used to see. But dancing Webo on R&B, rap, hip hop, no, it wouldn't even go. I'm a choreographer.
yeah.
I cannot dance Webo with rap. It's like me dancing kung fu with ballet. Is not gonna match the timing of the
Right,
style of song. You feel
right.
me? So it
Yeah,
had to go with the song. It was smooth.
right.
So I don't know where R&B is slow. R&B is sexy. R&B, when you're dancing R&B, is on some connection with your partner or you being sexy yourself.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
doing the Webo, you cannot. Webo is in the family of lofting, house. In those times, um, the hustle. That's all you saw constantly
Right.
in the 80s. And b-boying, but b-boying is when they put b-boy music.
Yeah.
Popping, when they put popping music, then you dance pop. When you up rock, it was up rock music, the Mexican. It will be dung, 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 dung,
Yeah,
dung.
yeah.
So
B-boys
there
come
was
out
music
immediately.
for that, like you was asking what type of music. Well, freestyle was for Huevo dance,
Okay.
lofting, Huevo dance, disco music.
Right.
Nothing hip hop. Maybe the WAP, hip hop, lottie dottie. We like to party. We don't cause trouble. Like there
Yeah.
was certain dance, the Smurf, the Cabbage Patch. That was hip hop. You could do it with hip hop. We did that all with hip hop.
Right. Right. I got also.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Clear that up. Also, Dolly Webble became a fashion trend that was established by freestyle music, a way of dressing with the Weibo shoes or boots or mesh shirts, studded bracelets, Chinese slippers, kung fu pants, suits, or parachute pants.
Okay. You mentioned something in the beginning. Oh, Webo shoes. I never heard of Webo shoes. There's no such thing of Webo shoes that existed back in the days. I
Okay.
know there's combat boots, how we used to dress with the combat boots, not called Webos. There
Yeah.
was no such thing as Webo shoes. But hey, show me a picture. You're educating me because I never wore Webo shoes. Um, Back then we all wore Levi's, graffiti or jumpers, or like I told you, the long trench coat, black, gothic. It was gothic for lofting and for Webo, and then extending when you did the hustle. I mean, the hustle dance, you dress as whatever, whatever. You
Yeah.
understand?
Uh-huh.
So the
Yeah, it's saying
pants were the pants maybe, if you want to say, shoelaces on the bottom, roll up to the knee, maybe, safety pins, and our pants were like baggy, loosely on the top.
yeah.
They
Any
used to
any
call them Webble
similarities
pants.
similarities to the breaking with Shabba-Doo and Boogaloo Shrimp out in California with like their dress attire? Is that similar
Similar
attires?
to those pants, the pants.
Oh, the pants are similar, not so much the whole
Yeah,
entire
the Webble
California
pants.
style.
Like
Okay,
we
so
used
the
to call
Weber
them Webble
pants.
pants.
Okay, cool, cool. Um, let's see here. Latin Quarter, anything to do with the Latin Quarter, Latin dance clubs, playing styles, mambo, salsa, webo, and freestyle related dances. Okay, let me see, make sure go through here. So we got the clothing, the phenomenon. Also, Webo is said to being the economy of lofting, which you already stated, which is like the brother or very closely related, having any similarity.
Right. Dance
Loft is doing
moves.
a ton. Loft parties were watching and everyone was doing. It's called freestyling, of course. But you guys, so in the Met, were you? Did you happen to go to David Mancuso's loft parties or anything like that, or were you after the fact?
I was everywhere. I was in La Mirage, Devil's Nest, where all freestyle singers were at. Roseland, Heartthrobs, Funhouse, Les Paulettes, 1018, Studio 54. That's where it was all at. Where Mark Anthony, the Latin Rascals, where we battled, the park jams, the social clubs in our block in Manhattan.
Yeah. So
We
you
were
did get a
everywhere.
chance to visit David Mancuso's loft and party then.
Once,
Okay.
yeah.
Once time. Okay. All right, cool. Did you happen to know of Storenzo? Have you ever met Storenzo?
I know Sorenzo, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the one that helped him to get out there. I was telling him, you gotta, I was happy to find someone else because every time I spoke about lofting, it was like everyone on my dances, when I teach them lofting, they're like, what the hell? And it's dope. But they never knew the name of it. Like, wow, the dives, the slide on floors, you know,
Right.
they didn't understand it. And when I with Frank Rojas, they came to meet me and they came to see what I do. And I told them we need to like make word on who you guys are. You're part of history too. You know,
Yeah,
you
and
only
this
see this. Go ahead.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, this is the I have a I have a small situation right now that I'm dealing with, trying to uncover some of this information to and give out to the dancers over here in Europe. And we had a roadblock. I had a roadblock a minute ago, and it's with someone who doesn't really want to teach lofting style. But then I bumped into Storenzo, which thank you. I'm so glad I did, and I was able to speak to Storenzo about it, and he cleared up a lot of things that I had going on with dealing with lofting because there was some people that really don't want you to teach lofting, doesn't don't want that information out there. And to me, I think
That
it's
don't make no
unfair. And they're
sense.
telling me you're not allowed to say loft, the loft. And I'm like, hold up. David Mancuso made this thing out of love, peace, and happiness. And it the DNA of everything that you guys put down, the Webo dance, the lofting, the style, transcended the loft. It came down even to my generation, and we got it in our DNA. So now you're telling us we cannot allow to say what's inside of our DNA and what passed you guys passed that information down to us. You gave it to us, whether you know it or not, whether it's you know what I mean, whether it was on purpose, whether it's not on purpose, however it would happen, that information was passed down to us, and we in turn passed it to the younger generation. They're doing certain dance moves that are connected to the loft, that are connected to the garage and other places, but they don't know that it's connected to that. And right now there's a push for someone to control that narrative where they can't even say what they're actually doing, which they're walking around here afraid to say what they're doing because someone's saying you're not allowed to say it. And I thought that was very unfair. And I want to definitely thank Stephen for hooking me up with you because I didn't know there was a connection with the Webo to loft dancing. And so now that I have even more information now, I can share that too with other people so they can help make up their mind. Because I think everyone's feeling in a way like they're boxed in or captured and are not allowed to say anything. And I don't want to see you guys
Right.
not be mentioned in history because it's easy to do. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You
It's
know,
easy to,
you know what kills me is you have certain teachers that go out there to teach. Same teachers that use my dancers. Same teachers that comes back to look at what's new and what's coming and all, and goes back. But don't mention who's a part of it as well. The only one that speaks about me is Brian Green. Speaks about
Yeah.
me,
Thank you.
Kim Holmes.
Thank God for Brian Green, because Brian Green was really, he put it down for the culture so
Yep.
hard to make sure the names is mentioned. And this is what I'm trying to do in the forum that I'm trying to do now, Viola. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't. It's a tough battle right now with the younger kids. You want to make sure you get the information to them, but at the same time, you got people who are a little bit older generation that coming through and say, "No, no, this is not that, and that's this," and it's all economic play for them. So I mean, it's not that much money involved in it that you have to be so. They get to travel, of course, and but the narrative is wrong. Because the narrative, they're taking people away that normally probably should be in the narrative or should be mentioned, so these kids can do research, so they can go look and get the information. Because if you don't point them, sometimes they won't go look at it, even though they got YouTube nowadays, they can look for this information. Like I said, like me, I missed out on WEBO. I didn't know, but because I'm doing what I'm doing now, I was able to get in contact with someone who knows about it. So now we can add that component onto Lofting and say, hey, there was more to it than this. It's a lot more going on than what we think. You know what I mean? Especially with New York dance,
Right.
it's deep. And I know
Right.
I went to Brooklyn, and me being from Jersey, as soon as you walk into Brooklyn, people know where you're from by the way you dress. So I went to Brooklyn, man, and I noticed with my eyes. I opened myself up to notice. So some places every 2 blocks there's a style of dress. So I can imagine how the dances are if we're saying b-boys is coming from Bronx and everybody didn't do b-boying. You know what I mean? And then we have the WEBO dance, and then the lofters that came out of the loft, and we have the house dancers and this and that dancers that we didn't even know about, the hustle, that came in from the disco that carried on. So it's a little wild. One guy says it's all freestyle, but we know it's all freestyle. But how do I date somebody? How do I
Identifying.
get the person to find? How do we not just say, okay, we can say freestyle, but freestyle is so general. It's a general term.
Right.
So when you say Weibo, okay, now we have a place where we can go say, hey, we have a timeline, we have a borough, or we have a community, to say that they put an influence on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Say the
Mm-hmm.
lofting. Okay, now we have a timeline. It's difficult when someone says no, you can't say the loft or a lofting, because then we like freestyle, and then we're looking around like scratching our heads like, well, okay, it's
Well, that's why, you know what's wrong? Okay. So if I love ballet dance from France,
right.
I have to do my research, right? Like you guys are doing. And I want the best from out there. But I also need to find out and know that you're not the only ballet dancer from France.
Hello.
And it's not going to be only you and 3 other guys. Everybody is a male. So when guys go out there, my guys, my boys who say I'm their sister, they're out there teaching great. They worked with Mariah Carey and they worked with all these other people. That's great. We've worked with the same, not Mariah Carey. I worked with a lot of famous people in the Latin world, in the classical world, in the hip hop world, and freestyle.
Yeah.
Nobody called me, but everything was so limited. What I had to be commercialized, or back then we didn't have YouTube, IG, you know, Facebook and all to show the proof. But I have to show you the proof. Like, look at all my dances. They're all famous. They're all dancing all styles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Legit. They're fire. Every Voodoo Ray would say to me, Violet, I used to go to the castings and see all these dancers, and certain individual acts. Who train you? You're fire. Oh, I used to work with Violet, Kara 3Ts. Who trained you? Everywhere. He was like, I commend you. I gotta give you love and much respect, Violet. Because everyone that comes out of your company is fire. And they're famous and they're traveling and they're in LA. So obviously, and they don't dance one style, all styles. Even I had African American dancing, Latin, salsa, on two,
Yeah.
on one, on all styles. And when I used to show them the caballo in house, they used to be like, "What the hell is this, Violet?" I'm like, "You're gonna thank me later.
Yeah.
When you bump into Stretch, when you bump into Lincoln, all of them, they're gonna be like, what the hell?" And look, he was working with them. You know what I'm saying? Eric Negron came from me. A lot of these dancers that are famous that are being viewed and inspired when to take a class with came from me.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
son is in high demand now. He's 19. He's been well known since 3 years old. One of the youngest b-boys, doing head spins on concrete, doing hollow backs, baby freeze, trying to pop, trying to lock, and trying to battle crazy legs when he used to see him in the park. 3 years old. We got little video clippings,
Yeah.
even everything. But this is not something I gotta prove. Like, these are people that go overseas that seen it for themselves that could have spoke. I'm not here to take your job or take your money, but
Yeah.
let's all give back too.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right about
You
that.
know, I earned my stripes. I didn't get it because I got a hookup or I was dating a famous guy. No, I earned my stripes. I went battled in the streets, the park jams, in the clubs, and I did my thing. And then I had my own company at the age of 17 till now, still rocking all styles,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the new style, Light Feet, where my son is on high demand on that.
Yeah.
So why we're not looked at in France, Germany, Japan, no? Because people are not speaking, not you guys, but people that go there.
Yeah, I'm
And
one of
that's
the rare
not
few
right.
ones. I'm one of the rare few ones that's out here actually looking for the information. I don't want to say they are, but they'll go to certain. They have to see you in a battle. That's just how they are. They have to see the name. They have to see you in a battle. If they didn't see you in a battle, they're just like that. It's not the kind of like not their fault. Brian
But
Green.
yeah, look, if I was in the battle all those years, where were
Yeah, yeah,
you? I didn't see you.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So what that means?
Yeah, that's right. And you know what? Who really comes over here? Who I have to respect and give a lot of props. You was right. Brian Green is one of them, and he's the one that I had spoke to and said, and he had said, one of the things he said is a lot of things that we know and see in a dance. We should be able to teach that in sort of a curriculum and bring it forth. So, and also give props to originators of the styles too, because he was adamant about going out and looking for originators of styles and the people who participated in the original styles and how it was done. So definitely big shout out to him, and also Mr. Wiggles. Yeah, he came over here in Europe, and he's one of the other ones that really makes sure the culture is represented right, the names are dropped, and where a lot of this stuff comes from. Because it's hard, because New York is a big place, and you know how it is. The sets have their different dances too, and it becomes popular in a way, and it's teachable, and eh, it is what it is. That's why I'm glad you're here right now on this platform, and I hope this clears up some things for some people out there that are very interested. I know Stephane's going to want to share this because like he said, he's in Japan right now. It will go up on YouTube too.
Mhm.
You just got to give me a minute, and I'll load everything up. But it's definitely,
You made
definitely.
me look silly. I gotta look cute.
You're looking good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Is there anything else you want to add on to the WEBO conversation?
I mean, no, I would like to add more people that should be involved on the web, or
Okay.
little that you guys know and what people are mentioning, you know, they're saying that I'm the last one that would know of the Webo dance. Yeah, I was in it. I was a part of it. I lived it. I danced it, and I showed it. But I know others that are like 54 years old that still can kill it on it. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
And much props to my brothers who's been out there and showing what they know and their styles and what they've repped, in the past. But there's other people too that has done and earned their stripes and are not here to take nobody's name or disrespect anyone, but respect they'll tell history too.
Yeah.
Everybody has a history. I
Yeah. Yeah.
can't make up stories. I can't. It will
Yeah.
catch up to you at one time. It
Yeah,
will.
it's catching up to some people too. Like I said, I'm not gonna get so much into the drama of everything I've been going through. I'm trying to be professional as possible and not bring out that
Um,
Jersey that I got up in me too, because my crew is a little wild, drama filled and wild too. And I try to keep mine tamed down and try to be professional about it. So
right.
it's
It's
great.
just sad, and I want to share it to the world. We're not gonna be here forever.
Yeah, yeah,
We should learn how to communicate. We're all one. We all have a passion of one thing, which is dance, music, the five elements of hip hop, of music, of the arts.
yeah,
Why? I understand we need to protect it too. Let's protect it the right way. Let's sit and talk about everyone's different experience. Let's relate to, well, I was there when you was there. Of course you're not going to remember me. Back in the days when we battled, nobody remembered. I used to tell this to Crazy Legs. You don't remember when I went to your Magnifiques? Me and my sister stepped up to you and, oh, of course not. You was too cute. We were. I don't remember people's names either. You know how many people I stepped up to?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That wasn't part of.
But you remember those legendary battles though. Yeah.
Man, no, because to me it was like a regular thing. It was
Okay,
something
okay,
we
yeah,
went to
yeah.
this park, we went to that park. We wasn't looking for, yeah, I got such and such. Yeah, I battled this one's name. I wasn't even looking for a name.
Okay.
No, I did it. Those that were there remembered, and I'm out. We're going to the next jam. I'm gonna see me my cutie boyfriend. It was a fun thing. It wasn't about. I really didn't care about earning stripes. I was living my life
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
more
dance
so than
floor.
anything. Okay, fair enough.
You know what I'm
Cool.
saying?
Yeah,
And doing everything, all styles. So I just hope this becomes a great documentary that people don't take abuse of or trying to make money on. To of course they're doing their homeworks and doing what they got to do to share it all over in Europe, but to acknowledge where it comes from and who was a part of it, and make sure that the people that really was a part of it is there too,
yeah.
to
Do you
share
want
it.
to run down some names and some maybe some places that we can look on YouTube or anything that we can grab onto too as well if you have any information that we can additional
Names of what clubs?
like names of people that other people may want to research or something like that or say okay well yeah
That's a dancer.
yeah it's possible to answer that maybe can say this and this and that.
Well, yeah, of course. Quick Step, Rockefeller, they're b-boys, but they danced house, they danced loft, they know about the WEBO dance too. Jerry Mays, who's 54 years old, still killing it I was with him jamming on Sunday, and I told him that I was gonna be on an interview with you, and he has a lot of history too,
Okay.
that, maybe people
Yeah,
would
send me his
be
link when you get a chance. Just type his name in because I'm like real. I'll probably forget, and I probably won't review this one for about a week or two to start the editing process to put it out there. Because people digest it in small clips. The whole thing is for YouTube, but
right
people like
to the
three,
point.
4 minutes of it, and I gotta get the best parts out of what we're talking about to make sure the information is out. And then those who are interested, they'll get back with me to get the full interview and everything like that. So
And
that's usually
what I
how it
would
works
like to do
nowadays.
is what I like to do is collaborate my DJs from the freestyle era
Yeah,
to share music one day, do a live, and they're DJing, and I'm explaining these are the songs, these are the styles, this is what lofting, this was Webble dance. I don't mind doing that. Even the freestyle singers to shout you guys out. I know
yeah,
them personally, so they'll give a shout out and drop to you guys and let from their vision and eyes what they've
yeah.
done.
Well, if you see Lisa, tell her I love her. I just
Oh
keep
my
it
God.
real.
Oh my
I
God.
tell her
Yeah,
I'll
she's
use my if
cute.
I see her, I use my best Spanish I can. You look.
She's cute. I think I seen her the last year. Her with her leather jacket and all. We both was
Yeah,
almost the same. I was like, girl, you look like my twin.
yeah.
But yeah, we performed
Yeah.
at
Let her know I'm married right now, but I'll consider.
you better bring your wife.
I'll consider. I'll be like,
But
babe,
yeah,
I'm sorry. This
you'd
is
be
Lisa. Lisa.
surprised.
You don't know?
All you guys would be surprised in Europe as well that a lot of songs that are being played, they don't even recognize it's freestyle.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
once they find out who are these guys and still rocking and performing these artists,
right.
30 years later, off the hook, still dancing, they're gonna be like, oh wow, they need to give respect to the freestyle world. They
Yeah,
need to. And you wanna grab onto them now before, God forbid, time comes when we pass, you know?
yeah, yeah. And that was a
It's
beautiful
time.
time too. I really enjoyed my summers when freestyle music came out. So it was like the summers was made. It just made summer better. Definitely
Yeah, I
made
wish
the
because then in
boardwalks
the
better.
summer, then y'all could come and then I can bring you to the world of freestyle and old
Yeah,
school jams. That's what he does. Test Smooth, DJ Test
yeah.
Smooth. People need to Google him too. And he does all the old school jams and brings it back. You see everybody roller skating, you see everybody dancing old school. You'll see it all there. You know what I'm saying? And he brings every legendary DJ. He had DJ Louis, Little Louis Vega on Sunday, yesterday.
Okay.
You
All
know,
right.
he had everybody up in there.
Woo.
Over 15 DJs that came. JR Star, a lot of people, DJ Lucho.
And during
So,
Corona time, how was the partying? I know because the party atmosphere is changing now because of Corona. It's terrible, right? Outdoors,
but
right?
wearing the mask,
Oh,
everybody in their
sucks.
space, we're in
That
our
sucks.
space, and block party is like a block party. It was great.
Yeah.
Well, what happened on Sunday and what happened 2 weeks ago, we did it in a park in my area as well. And
Uh-huh.
again, Smooth is killing it for years doing that and holding it down to keep the culture going and what it was about and the type of music at those times.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely link up. You know, when this Corona thing is over, and when me and my wife go up back up to Jersey, we always look for places to party at. So I'll hit you up and see what's going on for
Okay.
the weekend or something if I'm there,
All right.
and I'll come up to New York and go out and party with you, me and the wife. So
Yeah, give you the tour.
definitely, definitely. You want to give any shout outs or anything like that to anybody?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to everyone that's out there doing their thing, looking for, history. I'm so honored to be a part of it, and the hunger keep going. Don't let the politics and the negative of people's influences of what they feel, which everyone has their own rights and
Yes, that's
feelings.
true.
You know, I understand, but there's a reality too. We're all a part of it too.
Yeah.
And to the guys, my brothers that are out there, well, not now, but that has been opening the door and the platforms out there to teach many of you guys and giving y'all information out there, like, of course, Wiggles, Poppy P, Stretch, Link, that has gone out there many times. I've gone there a few times. Kim Holmes, Rockefeller, but not many times. But we've gone
Yeah.
there. So, and it's beautiful. I love you. Love you all.
Thank you. Thank you. And we love you too. So thank you very much. And we will talk again. And yeah, peace. Great
All right.
conversation. Peace.
Thank you. Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye bye.
Bye.